I still remember the morning I looked in the mirror and barely recognized my own face. The lines around my eyes, the loose skin under my chin, it all seemed to appear overnight. My knees creaked when I stood up, my hair felt thinner, and I kept wondering, when did this all begin? Like many of us past 60, I tried almost everything. Creams that promised miracles, expensive pills with names I couldn't pronounce, shiny supplements that emptied my wallet, but none of it gave me what I was really looking for: real change I could feel. Then one quiet morning, I remembered something simple, something my grandmother used to make on cold days: a warm, rich broth made from bones and herbs. She called it her secret to staying strong. I decided to try it, 1 cup a day. And what happened next truly surprised me. What is collagen and why does it matter after 60? If you've ever noticed your skin feeling thinner, your joints a little stiffer, or your energy not quite what it used to be, you're not imagining things. These small changes are signs of something deeper happening inside the body. And it all connects back to a natural substance most of us never even think about: collagen. Collagen is a protein, but not just any protein. It is the most common protein found in the human body. You can think of it as the body's scaffolding. It holds things together. It gives your skin its firmness, your joints their flexibility, and your bones their strength. It also plays a role in keeping your hair thick, your nails strong, and your digestive system working properly. When we are young, our body makes collagen easily and in large amounts. That's why children and young adults often have smooth, glowing skin, shiny hair, and strong joints. But beginning around the age of 30, collagen production starts to decline. Slowly at first, then more quickly as we reach our 40s, 50s, and 60s. By the time we reach 60, our natural collagen levels have dropped significantly. That's when we start to see and feel the difference. Fine lines become deeper. Skin loses its firmness. Hair may thin. Joints start to ache. Even our posture and balance can be affected. The change is gradual but steady. And one day we look in the mirror and realize our body doesn't bounce back the way it once did. But here's the truth. It's not just aging that causes this drop. There are everyday habits that also reduce collagen. Eating too much sugar, for example, weakens collagen fibers. Constant stress produces hormones that break down tissue instead of repairing it. Sun exposure without protection speeds up collagen loss deep in the skin, and poor sleep limits the body's ability to heal and rebuild. In other words, it's not just about the years behind us. It's about how we're living right now. The good news is that our body still knows how to build collagen at any age, but it needs the right support. And that support doesn't have to come from expensive products or new trends. It can come from something as simple and comforting as a homemade broth, something our grandparents used to make without ever knowing the science behind it. In the next part, I'll share what happened when I returned to that simple habit, just 1 cup a day, and why it might be one of the most nourishing things you can do for yourself. How I discovered a natural way to feel better, and why it worked. For a long time, I believed that the aches and changes in my body were just part of aging, something I had to accept. I tried to stay active, eat better, even take a few supplements. But most days, I still felt like I was slowly winding down. My skin didn't feel like mine anymore. My joints were stiff, and I often woke up already feeling tired. It was frustrating. I wasn't expecting miracles, but I did hope to feel more alive. Then one afternoon, while looking through an old photo album, I saw a picture of my grandmother. She was in her 70s, standing in the garden with her sleeves rolled up, smiling wide, hands in the soil. I remembered how strong she always seemed, how she would bend, lift, walk, and work without complaining. Her skin wasn't perfect, but it had a kind of softness and glow. She never took vitamins, she never read health magazines, but she always made that same pot of warm broth, bone broth, every week. Back then, I never thought much of it. It was just something she did. But in that moment, I wondered if there was more to it. I dug up her old recipe, made my first batch, and started drinking just 1 cup a day. Warm, simple, honest food. At first, I didn't expect much, but within a week or two, something subtle started to shift. My stomach felt calmer. I wasn't as bloated after meals. Then my sleep improved. I woke up feeling more rested. My skin felt less dry. My knees didn't creak as much when I stood up. It wasn't dramatic, but it was real. That's when I realized sometimes the answer isn't in a pill or a product. Sometimes it's in remembering what used to work, what older generations knew instinctively. For me, that warm cup of broth became more than food. It became a quiet, daily reminder that my body still wants to heal, if I just give it what it needs. How to make natural collagen at home, the bone broth recipe. After seeing how much better I felt just from that simple cup of broth, I knew I had to make it part of my routine. But I also wanted to understand why it worked. As it turns out, bone broth is rich in natural collagen, along with minerals like calcium, magnesium, and amino acids that support joint, skin, and gut health. And the best part? You don't need fancy tools or expensive ingredients. You only need time, patience, and a few things from your local grocery store. Here's how I make mine. You can adjust the details to suit your own taste or dietary needs, but this is the base I return to every week. Ingredients. Bones. I usually use beef marrow bones, chicken carcasses, or a mix. The key is to include bones with cartilage, joints, or marrow. That's where the most collagen is. Apple cider vinegar, 1 to 2 tablespoons. It helps draw the minerals and collagen out of the bones during the cooking process. Vegetables, 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks, 1 onion, and a few garlic cloves. These add nutrients and flavor. Herbs and spices, a few bay leaves, some thyme, parsley, or rosemary. You can keep it simple or build more flavor, depending on what you like. Cold water, enough to fully cover all the ingredients in the pot. The cooking process. First, I like to roast the bones in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 30 minutes. This step is optional, but it deepens the flavor and gives the broth a warm, savory richness. Next, I place the bones and vegetables in a large stock pot. I add the apple cider vinegar, pour in the cold water, and toss in my herbs. I let the whole pot sit for about 30 minutes before turning on the heat. That little pause helps the vinegar start its work, pulling out the nutrients from the bones. Then I bring it to a gentle boil. As soon as it starts bubbling, I turn the heat down low and let it simmer very slowly. I skim off any foam that rises to the top during the first hour or so, just to keep the broth clear and clean. Now, here's the part that matters most. The longer it cooks, the better. I usually let it go for at least 12 hours, and sometimes up to 24. If I use a pressure cooker, it takes about 2 hours. A slow cooker works beautifully overnight while I sleep. Once it's done, I strain out the solids and let the broth cool. It should be a deep golden or amber color. When refrigerated, it thickens into a jelly-like consistency. That's a good sign. That gel means you've extracted a rich amount of natural collagen. How I store it? I pour it into clean glass jars. In the fridge, it lasts about 5 days. For longer storage, I freeze it in small containers or ice cube trays. That way, I can warm up just the amount I need, 1 serving at a time. This isn't just about nutrition. Making broth this way connects me to something older, slower, and more thoughtful. It turns the act of cooking into a kind of care for myself and for the body that's carried me through so many seasons of life. When and how to take it for best results. Once I had my broth ready, the next question was simple. When should I drink it? And how often? I'll tell you what worked for me and what many others have found helpful too. The short answer is 1 cup a day can truly make a difference. But the timing of that cup matters more than you might think. One of the best times to drink bone broth is in the morning on an empty stomach. After a night of rest, your digestive system is clear and ready to absorb nutrients. That warm cup not only soothes your stomach, but gently wakes up your digestion, hydrates your body, and gives your cells a rich blend of collagen, amino acids, and minerals to start the day. It's a quiet, grounding habit, especially if you take that time to sit, breathe, and slow down. Another good option is between meals, especially in the afternoon. That's often when I feel low on energy or tempted to snack on something sugary. Instead, I heat a small cup of broth. It fills me up just enough, keeps my energy steady, and helps my gut feel calm and balanced. And if you're someone who struggles with sleep, try a cup in the evening, about an hour before bed. Bone broth contains glycine, an amino acid that supports relaxation and deep sleep. I found that on nights when I sip it warm before bed, I sleep more soundly and wake up feeling more refreshed. Now, not everyone enjoys drinking broth plain, and that's fine. There are plenty of ways to use it. I often use it as a base for soups, stews, or even when I cook rice or vegetables. Sometimes I'll blend in a little turmeric or ginger to add warmth and anti-inflammatory benefits. The key is consistency. A cup once in a while won't change much, but a cup every day or several times a week can truly support your skin, joints, and energy from the inside out. And if you're new to it or your stomach is sensitive, just start slow. Try half a cup lukewarm once a day. See how your body responds. You might notice less bloating, more comfort, and a quiet sense of vitality you haven't felt in years. What to expect? Real benefits week by week. If you're like me, you probably want to know, when will I start to feel a difference? That's a fair question. And the honest answer is, it depends. Everybody is different, but if you stay consistent, drinking 1 cup of broth each day, there are some changes you may begin to notice. Let me walk you through it, just as I experienced it myself. Week 1 to 2, improved digestion and less bloating. This was the first thing I felt. After years of discomfort, gas, slow digestion, and that heavy feeling after meals, I finally felt light again. Bone broth contains amino acids like glycine and glutamine, which help repair the lining of your gut and support smoother digestion. Many people who suffer from acid reflux or bloating report feeling better within just a few days. Week 3 to 5, healthier skin, hair, and nails. By this point, my skin started to feel softer. Not younger in a dramatic way, but more nourished, like it was slowly rebuilding its strength. My hands, which were always dry, felt smoother. My hair looked shinier. And my nails, which used to break easily, began to grow stronger. These may sound like small things, but they made me feel more like myself again. Week 6 and beyond, better joint support and mobility. This was the big one. After about 6 weeks of daily broth, the stiffness in my knees eased up. I didn't groan every time I stood from the couch. Walking felt less like a chore and more like something I wanted to do. I noticed less pain in my fingers, especially on cold mornings. These deeper improvements happen slowly, but they last. Now, I want to be clear. Bone broth isn't magic. It won't turn back the clock overnight. But it gives your body the building blocks it needs to repair itself. And that matters because aging isn't just about getting older. It's about how we support our bodies through the years. If you stick with it, 1 cup every day, you're giving your body something it can use, something it remembers. And over time, that small act becomes something powerful, a quiet kind of healing from the inside out. What if I'm vegetarian or vegan? Here's what you can do. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't eat meat. Does that mean I'm left out? The good news is you're not. While it's true that collagen itself comes from animal sources, your body is capable of producing its own collagen as long as you give it the right tools. You don't have to drink bone broth to support your joints, your skin, or your energy. There are plant-based ways to help your body create and protect collagen naturally. First, let's clear something up. There is no such thing as true plant-based collagen. Collagen is a structural protein found only in animals. However, what plants do offer are the building blocks and nutrients your body needs to make its own collagen, just like it did when you were younger. Let's talk about those key nutrients. Number one, vitamin C. Without vitamin C, your body simply cannot build collagen. It's an essential piece of the puzzle. You can get it from fruits like oranges, lemons, kiwis, strawberries, or even fresh parsley. I like to start the day with a glass of warm lemon water or toss chopped parsley into soups and salads. It's a simple, powerful addition. Number two, silica or silicon. This mineral supports the formation of collagen and healthy connective tissue. You'll find it in cucumbers, with the skin on, celery, asparagus, and oats. Horsetail tea is also a rich plant source of silica. Just 1 cup a few times a week can help. Number three, zinc. Zinc helps activate enzymes that stabilize collagen. You can find it in pumpkin seeds, lentils, chickpeas, and cashews. These foods not only support collagen, but also strengthen your immune system. Now, if you want a simple plant-based recipe to support collagen naturally, here's something I make every week. 1 teaspoon of agar-agar, a natural seaweed gelatin. 1 cup of fresh juice high in vitamin C, like orange, lemon, or guava. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Warm the juice. Stir in the agar-agar until it dissolves. Let it cool slightly, then add the chia seeds. Pour it into a small glass dish and refrigerate until it sets. What you get is a rich, nourishing gel, completely plant-based and packed with the elements your body needs to stimulate collagen production. Today, many people also use plant-based supplements labeled vegan collagen. While these don't contain collagen itself, they include vitamin C, zinc, amino acids like proline and glycine, and plant extracts that support your body's collagen production. If you choose to use a supplement, look for one without added sugars or unnecessary fillers. And remember this, the most powerful support still comes from real food, eaten consistently. Whether it's a warm cup of broth or a fresh green juice, what matters most is not the label, but the care you give your body day after day. You don't need to change who you are to age well. You only need to nourish the body you already have. The foods that help collagen work better. By now, you may have a cup of bone broth or a plant-based collagen booster sitting in your fridge. That's a great start. But if you really want those nutrients to work, you also have to look at the rest of what you're eating. You see, collagen doesn't work alone. It needs partners, other nutrients that help your body absorb it, activate it, and protect it once it's made. Think of it this way. Collagen is like a good builder, but it still needs strong materials and a safe environment to build with. So, let's talk about the foods that support collagen from the inside out. First, more vitamin C. We talked about this before, but it's worth repeating. Collagen can't form without vitamin C. Add citrus fruits, bell peppers, and fresh herbs like parsley to your meals often. Even a small daily habit like adding lemon to your water or sprinkling parsley on your soup can help. Second, quality protein. Collagen is made up of amino acids, especially glycine, proline, and lysine. You'll find these in eggs, especially the whites, lean meats, fish, beans, lentils, and seeds like chia and flax. If you're vegetarian, aim to combine plant proteins to cover all the essential amino acids your body needs. Third, minerals that protect and activate collagen. Zinc, found in pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, and cashews. Copper, found in nuts, leafy greens, and mushrooms. Antioxidants, found in blueberries, strawberries, and even pure cocoa. These nutrients help your body not only make collagen, but keep it safe from free radical damage. One of my favorite evening treats is a warm drink made with oat milk, a teaspoon of pure cocoa, and a touch of cinnamon. It satisfies a sweet craving and supports collagen all at once. Now let's talk about what to avoid, because some foods don't just fail to help, they actually make things worse. Refined sugar stiffens collagen fibers and leads to early wrinkling. Alcohol slows nutrient absorption and dehydrates your skin. Highly processed foods can create chronic inflammation, damaging your tissues over time. Excess sun without protection breaks down collagen directly, especially in the skin's deeper layers. A good rule to remember is this: what you feed grows. What you neglect breaks. If you want your skin to stay firm, your joints to stay mobile, and your body to keep rebuilding itself, give it what it needs. A nourishing, colorful, unprocessed diet is the best partner you can give your daily broth or plant-based gel. It's not a quick fix. It's a long-term relationship with your body. And every bite, every sip is a step toward more strength, more comfort, and more confidence as you age. Common questions. Honest answers from experience. Over the years, I've had a lot of friends and family ask me the same questions. If you've been wondering some of these things yourself, let me answer them as honestly as I can, based on both research and real-life experience. Can I start taking collagen if I'm already over 70 years old? Absolutely. In fact, I believe the benefits are often more noticeable as we age. That's because our natural collagen levels are already lower, so the support really makes a difference. Whether you're 70, 80, or older, it's never too late to start caring for your body from within. Will it erase deep wrinkles or reverse aging? No, and I would never promise that. But it can help your skin feel more hydrated, more resilient, and healthier overall. What collagen truly supports is the quality of your aging, how comfortable, mobile, and vibrant you feel. Can I take it along with other supplements? Yes. Bone broth or plant-based collagen boosters can complement most vitamin and mineral supplements. Just make sure you don't overload on any one nutrient. And as always, if you have medical conditions, check with your doctor, especially if you take medication or have dietary restrictions. How long should I keep taking it? There's no finish line. Think of it like drinking water or going for a walk. It's a daily act of nourishment. Some people feel results within 2 or 3 weeks. Others take longer. The key is not to give up after a few days. Make it part of your life and your body will respond. Are there any risks or side effects? For most people, there are no serious concerns. But if you have high uric acid, gout, or kidney issues, bone broth may not be ideal because of the purines it contains. In those cases, speak with your doctor. Also, use high-quality bones, ideally from pasture-raised or organic sources, to avoid unwanted chemicals or additives. In the end, collagen isn't a cure or a miracle. It's a quiet helper, a way to support the body that supported you for so many years. If you treat it with care, your body will remember how to care for you in return. A simple challenge. You've come this far, and I thank you for walking with me through each part of this journey. By now, you understand that collagen isn't just about skin. It's about structure. It's about support. It's about helping your body do what it already knows how to do, if we give it what it needs and just a little time. I believe the way we age is deeply personal, and no matter how many candles are on our last birthday cake, we deserve to feel strong, steady, and whole. Not perfect, just capable, comfortable, and still ourselves. So here's my simple challenge to you. Make one batch of broth this week. Or try the plant-based gel if that suits your way of living. Don't overthink it. Just start. Use what you have. A few bones, a few vegetables, a pot of water, or a bowl of fresh juice and chia seeds. Let the kitchen be your medicine cabinet. Then take 1 cup. Sip it slowly. Let it warm you from the inside. That's all. Don't expect fireworks. This isn't about instant results. This is about reminding your body that you're still on its side, that you still care, that you haven't given up on it, so it doesn't have to give up on you. Because aging well doesn't mean avoiding every wrinkle or ache. It means continuing to nourish, to repair, and to show up for yourself. It means walking through each season of life with intention, grace, and maybe a little curiosity too. If you try the recipe, or if something in this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share your experience. I read every word. truly. And I believe we learn not only from research, but from one another. And if there's someone in your life, a friend, a neighbor, your daughter, or your husband, who might benefit from this, share it with them. Sometimes one small video, one new habit, or even one warm cup is enough to change how we feel in our own skin again. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your trust. And thank you for choosing to care for your body in a way that is natural, kind, and lasting. Until next time, take care of yourself, because a small change today really can help you live stronger tomorrow.